Nothing technical about it other than it's been raining for 24 hours and it's clay. You can barely stand on it. Okay.
Fail.
So this is the Pink Lady. Lucas, give us a bit of a rundown on what this beast is.
It's a 80 series fuel injected inline 6-cylinder with a manualised auto. Front and rear ARB air lockers, 37-inch mudslinging tyres, massive winch on the front, nearly 100 metres of winch cable. Just a really good animal and we love punishing the guts out of it.
We've probably got some footage of this old girl being driven by Emily. All right, well, let's get this campfire shut down and let's get out in the tracks and get dirty.
Awesome.
Last week there was action aplenty as we explored the fun, scenery and tracks of the Springs 4x4 Park in southeast Queensland. This week the adventure continues as we push beyond last week's waterfall climb and continue cruising through a track known as the Skids.
Springs sure has turned it on for us. Big storm overnight. This creek is running and we are having a ball. Can't wait to get the family out here. We've just come up those rock steps on the skids. The Navara, really impressive. It's got a small 2-inch lift in it. We're not in a 6-inch lifted patrol, and the things these vehicles will do, just amazing.
Yeah, something like that I would never, ever have thought about attacking myself.
And I love taking people out on stuff like that because they look at it, they go, no way could my vehicle do that, no way could I do that.
Yeah.
And you can. You can do it very safely. Crunch, crunch.
Yeah, that was that rock. Yeah, and look, I was surprised the vehicles did it relatively easily too.
That's the difference that a diff lock can make. Definitely was helping in all those situations back there on the slippery rocks. If it was any steeper, then it would be a whole other challenge, provided just enough traction to get us up.
We followed the creek for another 400-500 metres, boulder hopping the whole way and line choice was really critical to get through there.
A little bit of left. Just squeeze it up.
Nice.
Awesome. Yep. Very nice.
Now this car just speeds it up, doesn't it? Just rolls over everything.
It's doing a really good job. The tyre pressure's down to 18 on the front, 15 on the rear, and it's just hooking up even in the rain.
To the left. That's good, that's good. Let's see what he's got lined up for us next.
Yeah, absolutely.
At the very end, there was a really sharp rock on the right-hand side and one on the left-hand side that was only just wider than the car on the angle we were at.
Right, you're going to have to guide me through this one, mate.
Yep.
That looks a bit gnarly.
All right, I'm going to jump out. That's going to be a little bit tricky.
Yep.
Nice and gentle, nice and gentle. You're right, just gentle. Yep, straight up. And, yep, that's good. Come forward on that a little bit.
How easy is this? Like telling me where to go all the time?
Yep, you're through. Good drive.
Beautiful.
Some more boulder hopping here to do in the creek.
Simon Christie guided me through there expertly, no flats, no panel damage, and we got to our next obstacle.
Oh, wait till you see this skippy hill, boys. It's gonna be exciting. Can't wait to see you guys have a little bit of send trying to get up this one.
Full send?
Oh, shit. And then some, believe me. Wait till you see it. It looks crazy.
Going along skids, got to the last little rocky bit, popped out onto the top there, and I looked to the right and I thought, oh, that's a bloody steep track. Anyway, wonder who goes up that, and I'm looking to the left thinking we're going to go to the left. That's where we were going.
Nothing technical about it other than it's been raining for 24 hours and it's clay. You can barely stand on it. And they say we're going to attempt it. Okay.
You beauty.
Once it's wet, not many vehicles can drive it. It can be driven, but you need something like the Pink Lady. Tipping that's a left and a right off the same vehicle. They've left them behind. It's all right, guys. We'll clean up your mess.
I'm second in the crew. I'll let Simon Berman from Direction Plus have a go first.
So a little bit of manoeuvring around again, reverse back, and I'm thinking to myself, oh, I don't know whether I'm going to do this.
What do you reckon, Simon?
Mate, I'll give it a go, but
Jeez.
geez, I don't know.
It's something else, isn't it?
It looks a bit bloody wet to me.
Red, slippery. Oh, mate, I can't wait to see it. Can't wait to see it.
Have a look at this. It's horrid. You're not getting up there.
Yeah, good luck.
But we're going to beast mode it and see how we go. We'll launch it. All right, you hold it there.
There's a culvert to get into it, so we couldn't hit it with any pace. There's no run up to this thing, because otherwise you just bottom out, and we don't have these big vehicles.
So that's that little step up. You're going to accelerate it forward and get that momentum on it, and then as soon as you pass this rock, you've got to get the boot into it. Right.
Got about quarter way up and thought, didn't hit it hard enough.
Stop. Come back.
You've got to get into it as hard as you can right from here. All right, foot flat, let's go. Right.
Come up, big boy.
Second time, I thought I'm going to hit it and I'm going to hit it well. So foot flat to the boards, straight up, and about 3/4 of the way up, I realised that there was a little step. Didn't see that before, and by this time it was wet. It was already wet. Reverse back down again.
So you can see how much more momentum you need now?
Yeah.
So you just got to launch from where you are and hold on to it.
Yeah, baby. Let's go.
One more. You're the boss. I'm easy.
I thought, there's no way now I'm going to get up this. He filled me with all the confidence in the world.
You got a front tyre to the lip?
Yeah, the problem is I don't know whether I'll get the back over it.
Now, once you get your front up onto the cleaner terrain,
Oh, yeah?
it'll start pulling on fresh grip and it'll pull you up and over.
Full noise, hit the bottom, hit the top of it, got about 3/4 of the way up, and basically had all the power, just not the momentum to be able to get over the last little step up.
Each time took more of the layers off, so it was getting slicker and slicker every time he went up.
And I thought, well, I don't need to be a hero today. I'm happy to play it safe.
I didn't know if we were going to get any damage out of that one, but I was quietly nervous about having a go myself.
He started a little bit further back. So he shot through the little river crossing and then went straight up the side there.
We take off in second gear just to get some more speed before we get to that rock step that was grabbing Simon. The nav won't let you take off in second gear. I was pushing down on that accelerator pedal as hard as I could. Made it to about as far as Simon did and then slid all the way back down at a rapid rate of knots.
You reckon it'll go? We'll go again?
It's not going to go, but we're having fun. Yeah.
First gear, take off. Second gear, just as we hit it, wheels are spinning, the engine's revving. We diffed out at the obstacle, which actually hung us up and came back down at a rapid rate of knots again.
One more.
By that stage, the track was pretty slippery, starting to get into the dangerous side of it, so we just called it quits. Simon said, that's it, we're done here. So we all made it off.
You've called it.
We're done. That's enough. We've got hill drags to do.
Yeah, right.
We've got hill drags. Let's go to the hill drags.
I wanted a third go. Simon got 3 goes. Why can't I have 3 goes? Simon Christie calls time. We're off to the hill drags. Unfortunately for us, the hill beat us today. It was just so slippery, but geez, we gave it a red hot crack and it was a lot of fun.
Once we were turning around and we were heading to go back out, we saw Lucas start up his vehicle and I'm thinking, there's another track to the left of this one. I wonder if he's going to go up that.
Peeling out of it, going back up to Main Street. And I'd gone a little bit too far and I was trying to peel out to the left and I just couldn't get the front of the pink lady out of the slippery stuff.
Sure enough, he gasses it, wheel started to spin, got some traction, and the noise of that vehicle was absolutely phenomenal.
Up the top was a bit sketchy because I was sliding sideways down the hill, which is always scary.
Bring it up this way, please.
And then he does the crazy thing. He stops, reverses, and then he comes down where we were trying to go up. That was impressive to watch that thing. It was a little bit slippery and sliding, but generally had grip most of the way down. He made it look so easy, but it's not something I wanted to do.
Made it down there, to my delight, hung a left on the main street, and we were off to the hill drags.
She was clearing the mud pretty well. That was good.
Yeah, it throws it, eh?
So just up here on the right, we've got the hill drags. We stop at this here. Yep. Straight in, all good.
So we roll up and there's 2 tracks going up a hill. Look out. A little bit of difference between the 2 tracks, but not much. They follow the same pattern up the hill. The guys here have set it up really well, really evenly matched.
I'd already G'd up Michael about this. I'm thinking, listen, you drive one, I'll drive the other. Let's have a bit of a drag up this hill.
This is going to be competitive. 2 NP300s, 2 guys that want to win. You beauty.
He decided that he was going to have his throttle response on Beast 9. I did mine on normal mode.
We were looking to see what sort of a difference we'd make there.
So righto, if that's the only way you're going to be able to beat me, go for it.
Pink Lady was banished to the side. She wasn't going to be part of the day's events. I got the pleasure of firing the gun, so to speak.
So we line up at the gates.
Michael, are you ready?
Born ready.
We get counted down. 3, 2, 1. I'm into it. I'm thinking I got this because I'm on beast mode 9.
We both took off at the same time. He definitely got the launch on me, no doubt at all about that.
I've got him. We're going up the hill and then all of a sudden he's coming back past.
Come on, into it, give it.
So what's going on here? I had him. Lo and behold, I left traction control on. Rookie error.
There's only 12 months difference between these vehicles and I certainly pegged him up. Bit of beer to be drank after that one.
I wanted a rematch. So we came back down and lined him up again. I went on the left-hand side this time, Simon on the right. I was on beast mode 9, he was on normal, so we ran it the same.
When you're drag racing, turn traction control off. Fail. Here we go.
Had him pegged this time right from the start. Jumped out, got that initial bite and held it all the way up the hill. It was great.
Got you, Simon! Yeah! The gear changes. I drive it manually.
Yeah, the beast mode, oh mate, just walked all over the other MP300s. It was pretty good to see.
Let's go around and do it again.
Yeah, and I'm going to shift manually this time because it shifts early and balks the engine.
Definitely pulled harder than us off the line, but then yeah, this thing just seems to pull harder at RPM. Bit of gear selection. The only thing really different that I can see is that you're running rear bar, side rails and bull bar, so you do have a little bit of extra weight.
Maybe that model does just shift a little quicker.
After 2, he wasn't happy with that, I wasn't happy with that, so I think we ended up doing 5.
Go, 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 go. Go. Go.
Each time we swapped over, Beast mode 9.
I'm going this lane, I'm going that lane, I'm going beast mode, you go normal mode, like it was just all happening.
All right, we'll try manual mode. Yeah, let's do it again.
Whichever vehicle had the throttle controller set on, by far got the jump. But obviously there's different timing in these gearboxes or gear ratios.
Get up that hill!
Come on, we got it this time.
Everybody had calmed down and I don't even think we worked out who the winner was at the end of the day.
Oh, we definitely won. What do you mean? Losers.
Oh, mate, definitely, mate. Definitely. Hey, Mick.
Really good fun and the best way to spend half a day before lunch.
That view just never gets old, does it?
It's a beautiful view, isn't it?
It is nice.
Beautiful. Coat dividing range in the background. Beautiful.
It's awesome. It's good today, too, after the rain, because it's sort of sending all the smoke and down up in the air. See all the way, it's a great dividing range.
Yeah.
Just amazing.
So we're on our way to Bald Knob.
Oh, okay. Is that one over there?
Yeah.
Assuming?
It's a fair drive by the look of it.
And they went down the other side of that, which we hadn't yesterday, which had quite a deep bog hole step in it that required a bit of throttle and a little bit of mud being thrown, but another good test for the vehicles.
I thought, oh, this is going to be a little bit gnarly there, and sure enough, once we went into it, it was fairly rutted. Obviously a fair bit of water had come down there because we had a heap of rain here last night. Fairly rocky, washed a lot of the dirt out from around the rocks there.
Simon, one of the things that really shocks me is that people think that their vehicles are set up from factory, but they don't really understand what blow-by is, what's this issue with EGRs, exhaust gas return, the whole lot.
Yep.
What is a catch can? How does it actually work? What does it do?
Well, its main feature is to actually remove the oil out of the engine blow-bys.
Catch can, or oil separator as we call it, is designed to catch the oil out of the vapour that comes out of your rocket cover, and then it goes back into intake manifold. If you don't have a catch can, the oil vapour itself goes over your turbo, into your intercooler, fills your intercooler up with oil, cools it down, turns it into an oil, and then that oil runs through your lines into your intake manifold, where it starts to carbonise, crystallise, turns into a soot. That soot builds and builds and builds over time, and eventually your intake itself is getting less and less and less. So where you should have a hole yay big, you end up with a little hole round about yay big. What does that cause? It causes sluggish performance. A lot of smoke coming out of the back of the vehicle. More fuel use. Your fuel economy is shot after that. And the interesting thing about it is, feedback we get from customers once they've had it cleaned out, they say, I didn't realise that my car went so well. I didn't even realise that it got so bad. And the reason for that is because it takes a long time for it to build up. Most people don't notice it, but as soon as they get it cleaned out, they notice a massive difference. So our idea is to put the oil separators on there, remove that whole problem from even happening. Clean air going into your engine, what's better than that? Once we've finally started to get a little bit smoother, we started to head up to the top there, a little bit of a rocky patch there.
So we climbed and climbed and climbed and climbed all the way up to the top of the hill. .360-degree views, very, very similar to Love Hill. Matter of fact, I think it was probably a little bit nicer than Love Hill.
Have a look at that.
Wow,
Just opens right up.
that's impressive.
Wow, look at that. 360-degree views.
Great dividing range across to the east. How beautiful is that?
Yeah, that is fantastic view. Tell you, I could move my office up here every day.
What a view.
Bald Hill's the highest part of the park. I think it was about 850 metres, Lucas was telling us yesterday.
It was a little bit clearer day. We were able to look at the Great Dividing Range and it just looked absolutely spectacular.
I think the elevation's somewhere around that 940, 950 metres above sea level, and just checking out the awesome view. You can see Leslie Dam, the township of Warwick, all the backside of the Great Dividing Range, and pretty much 360-degree views. It's just amazing, and you've got to get out here and check it out.
You couldn't have picked a better spot to finish the day, the weekend trip really.
We're wrapping up the 2 days here, and I'm really sad to be going home actually. It's my first experience here. I've learned a lot about the vehicles. I've built my confidence in my forward driving and looking forward to getting back out here. It's been amazing.
Here we are at the end of the day, Bald Knob, checking out this beautiful view, wrapping up 2 days of just epic driving and mateship and camaraderie here at the Springs 4x4 Park. We can't wait for the next adventure with Simon and the crew. Thanks to Direction Plus for coming out and to 4Drive TV, and we can't wait to see you all next time.
So thanks to 4Drive TV for bringing us along for the ride, and to Lucas and Tyler from Springs 4x4.
Just bent the sidestep. It was a lot of fun and love to come back here again. Correction, definitely are coming back here again.
We've had an awesome couple of days on the tracks up here in southeast Queensland. It has been fantastic. Huge thank you to Simon and Michael from Direction Plus. We've enjoyed their company, we've had a few laughs, and we've seen their vehicles do some amazing things. Also, a big thanks to Tyler, Lucas and Michelle from the Springs 4x4 Park for having us on their beautiful property. Ladies and gentlemen, put this on your wish list. You've got to get up here and have a crack. This place is just awesome. All right, I'm Simon Christie. Thank you for tuning in for another big episode, and always remember, if you've got a four-wheel drive, get it set up right, get out here and use it. We look forward to your company next week.
Day in the life of a true Brexit geezer. Wake up and meet the wife, Susan. My little princess. Isn't she beautiful? Time to take George to football. Rev up the Bugatti. Yee. Quick stop at Toby's and load up that plate. Get a pint. Grand pitch looking lovely today, lads. Just a bit of banter. Chippy makes a 38-0 loss better. Pop down local bride, good old pie, look at that. Susan made dinner, lovely. Pop down, have a couple pints with the lads and finish up at the Fortress of Dream.